Hey everyone, my name is Stephanie Cavigliano, Content Marketing Manager here at Barracuda Networks. Today we're going to talk about email protection. And who better to have that conversation with other than Asaf Cidon, VP of Email Protection here at Barracuda.
Hey Stephanie, how are you?
Hey Asaf, I'm doing great. Thanks for being here. So, a lot of people think that they're protected using a traditional email security gateway. Can you tell us why a traditional gateway isn't good enough?
Great question, Stephanie. So in the past, a traditional email security gateway was good enough to protect you against threats. Unfortunately, attackers have evolved their attacks, and they're now able to go beyond the gateway and really get around traditional defenses. And so fundamentally, the reason that the gateway is not enough is because a gateway sits between the outside world and your email server. So it can only see bad stuff from the outside coming in. Now that is great for a lot of the bad stuff, but there are many types of attacks that it would miss. For example, if there is an attack going within the company, an internal email, that would be totally, the gateway would be totally oblivious to that type of attack. Another big weakness of the gateway is it doesn't have access to a wealth of information that might exist in your mailbox. For example, the history of emails, how employees typically communicate, also IP logins to an email client sitting on the cloud. So it has fundamentally, architecturally, a lot of limitations.
So what would comprise a comprehensive email security solution?
Great question. So we still start at the gateway. So the gateway is still important. But on top of that, we need to add additional layers to make sure that we're really able to protect against these targeted kind of social engineering attacks. So the next step beyond the gateway is email resiliency. So we really want to make sure that beyond just security, we have backup. So for example, if your organization does get ransomware, we want to be able to sure to recover from that really quickly. We also need archiving for compliance purposes. And then on top of that, we really want to have security that is able to go beyond the gateway. And so to do that, a really effective approach is to use the APIs of these cloud email providers like Office 365 and to connect directly via API to them. And then you can get access to a wealth of information. For example, email histories, historical communication patterns, internal emails, IP logins, forwarding rules. And you can feed all of that information into an AI that can flexibly understand what is normal in an organization and what is abnormal, and then is able to effectively stop these more sophisticated social engineering zero-day attacks. Above that, any email security solution is never going to be 100% perfect, and humans are often the weakest link. And so we really want to make sure that your employees are trained against these sophisticated attacks, which is why we really recommend a layer of security awareness training, where you combine phishing and smishing and voice simulations, but also with a rich training environment with videos and interactive content. And finally, beyond all of these layers, we really want to make sure that the organization has the ability to do forensics and understand what happens in their environment and investigate incidents and also remediate and deal with them after the fact.
That sounds wonderfully comprehensive, all the way from the gateway to remediation. So tell me, what sets Barracuda apart?
Yeah, so this kind of ties to your previous question, right? I think there's two things. The first one is we are by far the most comprehensive email protection solution in the market, and there's no competitors that come even close. And a lot of our customers, and generally organizations around the world, they want a single one-stop shop solution that can deal with all of their security threats on email. And so Barracuda is a really ideal solution for that. The second piece that stands us apart is our ability to really go beyond the gateway, as I said. So our ability to apply AI in combination with an API-based architecture and gain access to all of those internal communications, for example. And that's really crucial for stopping attacks like account takeover, where a lot of the traditional gateways will simply have no way to stop, but we are now able to automatically stop and prevent.
That's excellent. So guys, if you want some more information about Barracuda email protection, you can head over to barracuda.com/email protection. Asaf, thank you so much.
Thanks, Stephanie.